Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk, and today I have a 2021, yes, 2021 Toyota Tacoma. This is a double cab. This is a Trail Edition, cement with black interior, and yeah, I thought, where to take this? Let's take it out to the farm. So I'm gonna show you some footage of having fun in the fields, because that's always a good time. But really, on this, we'll start looking at the Trail Edition. So let's go ahead and play that footage first, because that's what you came to see, me having fun. Okay, so back on this Trail Edition, we have 16 inch, that's 16, looks like, yeah, 16 inch TRD off-road wheels and tires. Those are Wrangler Goodyears. We have the lockable bed storage, we'll talk a little about. It's in the back. We have black badging in the this SR5 package. This is the deal. You get SR5, lower trim level, and then you get this Trail Edition on top of it, so you get some cool features, like the better wheels and tires. And then back here, in the composite doesn't rust bed, we have bed storage, and then this one here, you can see the little icon on it, that can be used as a cooler. So it's lockable storage, uses a cooler, so you know, fish, beer, so you put that in there. And then we do have unique fabric seats with tan stitching. We'll show you. We have this 120 volt plug in the bed. It's 400 watts. There's a plug back there with some power, and all-weather floor liners. So let's go talk about those seats. It was a little bit heavier to pull up than I thought. So seats are good. Yes, we have this tan stitching here in these seats. This is your difference. This tan stitching here, you can see get a little bit more in the dark, that way you can see how they come out. Again, this is double cab, and then I have all-weather floor mats, which I need because I'm putting a lot of crud in here, and these have Tacoma printed on them, so pretty cool. And they lock in place, so no unintended acceleration by slipping through that. This one also comes with a technology package. We have blind spot monitor with rear cross traffic alert, and then we have the door edge guard for 140 bucks, tailgate emblem, wheel locks alloy, and the parking sensor, premium audio system. So yeah, that's all it is. That's all the options right there. And you can see right there, the Trail Edition is $1,775 extra. And if you didn't know, this is a 3.5 liter V6 Atkinson cycle. Yes, Atkinson cycle engine. I'll get in here. Always got to move my head to get in these Tacomas. So you can see the exterior cement gray. Nothing really changed there. Just a cool styling. Like I said, the better wheels, the limited bump. Did I cover that? I thought it's got a new wheels and tires, limited style grill. So it's got the different grill on. Let me go get a video of that in a second. And yeah, this basically we got $41,193. This one was still built in San Antonio, right? Yeah, still. That's going to change by the end of next year. By the end of this year, will be all built in Mexico. So on the inside, I'll turn the wheel a little bit, but. So, oh, I have the locker on. Oops, didn't mean to put that on. Oh. There we go. Put in two-wheel drive. Take the locker off. So, we have the digital screen there, smaller screen, analog gauges. I have the hand controls here, and here, this is for the stereo. I have window controls here. I have the, this is the plug in the back. You press it once, you have 400 watts. Press it twice, and you press it again. It's supposed to work that way, and you press it again, must be double tap, you get 100 watts. Auto headlights, and then there's the jellyfish shooter, or otherwise known as the light in the bed. Traction control is there as well. I have USB here. I do have the power button. People like to play with that. Just makes it feel like more powerful. Holds the transmission a little bit. We have the USBs there. We have the push for the window. Blind spot monitoring on. I do have the old, like a 12-volt hookup there. I have some cup holders here and there. Oh, and I do have, never handy, yeah, sunglass holder. Ah, get in there, sunglasses. Okay. What I don't have in this is I don't have a moonroof. I don't have crawl control or train management kind of modes, which is what you're found more TRD Pro. And so I just basically have the SR5 with a few upgrades. Oh, and I have the, I kind of like the layout here with the black and the silver. And then this is your infotainment screen, which is fairly quick to go around. You can see I'm in the middle of nowhere. All right, so in the back there, not a lot of room. It's a double cab, so not a ton of space, but it'll work all right. My kid was fine back there, but I'm not getting back there. So let's go ahead and throw the GoPro on and go for a drive and talk to you about the driving impressions on this 2021 Toyota Tacoma. All right, before we go for a drive, let's go ahead and check out the engine in the engine bay. Yeah, that's where it's located. So we have the V6 there. This is a direct injection V6, and it's 278 horsepower and 265 pound-feet of torque at 4,600 RPM. So one of the big questions is where dipstick is always, right there, easy to get to. But really, no, one of the big questions with this truck is always, like, I get asked all the time, is it gutless? So let's go ahead and talk about that behind the wheel. All right, I got a quick confession for you. I actually finished filming this truck, and then somebody said, hey, what about those storage boxes, those tool boxes? And I thought, son gun, that's a good question. So I'm back here in the truck. I have the storage boxes are open, so it's pretty hard plastic. Looks like there's an interesting cup holder back here. You want to have a party. They go in a little bit, and I got some props here. I gotta grab some drill and things, give you an idea. So these open. Looks like we have a little bit of weather stripping here, kind of keeping a little watertight. And this one over here has that symbol for the cooler. So it's got to have a drain plug. Must have a drain. Yeah, that comes out. Not so easy though. You really got to get in there and squeeze that out. If this was the cooler side, I think that'd be a better way to get that plug out. But anyways, because this plug is the same thing. So, I mean, well, actually that came out pretty decent. The other one didn't come out so decent. So, there you go. So let's check. I want to look at this other one again. Is it just... Alright. That opens, and the same idea. So it just drains down in your bed. So if you're going to drain your ice, whatever, it doesn't go down any further. Alright. I'll fix that later. Anyways. So, let's talk about these. Pretty narrow here, so got my cheap drill bits. And that's about what they can fit there. And then we have this over here. So yeah, I mean, I could put my drill in there, couple batteries maybe, some tools there. So not a lot of stuff going in there, but just enough. One of my questions though was about the distance here. So how much of the bed do you give up? So if I'm gonna go let's go from there across. I got, what, 34 inches? So pretty narrow, less than three feet going across. So you lose quite a bit of space by having storage boxes. And I don't see there's a whole lot of storage in there. It is lockable. So you get the heat ignition, which is on the SR5, and you get the lock that goes in there. So I don't know. I'm kind of 50-50 on them. Like, I could see if you're on the trail, like overlanding, or if you're outdoor camping or something, I could see putting stuff in there. I'll probably get quite a few cans of water bottles in the water area, or the cool area, but I don't see a whole lot of storage advantage to these. All right, let's get on the road here. Whoop. Come here. Okay, I'll settle down. Always a fun time to get the back wheel sliding a little bit. So again, this 2021 Toyota Tacoma, we have the 3.5 liter V6 and we have the 6-speed automatic transmission. 3.5, we gotta double check that. 3.5. Okay, so one of the big questions I get on the Tacoma all the time is whether it's gutless enough. I hear this from customers. You in the comments, there's always a question about, is it really gutless? This is kind of a reputation this truck has gotten, and I think it's a bit unfair. I've driven this truck quite a bit. I've actually driven it in Hawaii and Seattle and here and there and everywhere. And I can tell you that, yeah, in certain driving situations where you really want to get on it or you really want it to respond right away, it can feel gutless. And in the hands of certain consumers, sure. There are certain consumers who have had different experiences of vehicles, and this one truck isn't the quickest truck out there, but when I go out and play with it and go and put it 4 low and get all the torque and have a good time with it, I don't feel like it's gutless at all. I think the biggest challenge with this truck is that you don't get all the torque until about 4,600 RPMs. That's really high. If you consider the new Toyota Tundra Hybrid gets 583 foot-pounds of torque at 2,400 RPMs, almost half what this get. It's almost, you get, what was how it work out? Almost double the torque at half the RPMs. So that truck's going to feel really quick. And so I think what's happening in this segment, and what's happening with consumers as you cross-shop this, if you know, again, if you're a Toyota fan, you love Tacomas, you'll be fine with this truck. But I think when people cross-shop this, they experience powertrains that have better torque curves, get more torque at a lower RPM. And when you drive this back-to-back with some of those other mid-sized trucks, especially some of the small displacement turbos or like the diesel that Colorado has, you have a different driving experience and you'll perceive things differently. And so I think that is the key. So I think from like a daily driver standpoint, I've always felt pretty comfortable in Tacomas. This does have the power raised seat, right? Yep, I can go high, I can go low. It doesn't add too much to it. I've always had a bugger issue with trying to get in and out of this truck because of the way the slope of the A-pillar is. But other than that, I've always kind of enjoyed driving it. It's very minimalistic inside the cabin. There's nothing like a big stand out. I mean, the big wow factor always for Toyota products is going to be the QDR. It's always the reliability and the quality of how they build things. And so if you're looking for like a 27-inch screen or something, if you want to have all these bells and whistles, the Tacoma TRD Pro offers more features, but you're just not going to get that from this truck. Again, this is a very solid truck. Resale value is really high in it because it just turns over every day. I feel like this truck, I could drive through a brick wall and it would still keep going. Yeah, so and all the safety technology works for, well, the cruise control has been working great. It's got adaptive cruise where it sets distance between me and the vehicle in front of me, and that works great. On the pavement, it's been smooth. On the dirt like I am now, and then dirt playing around, it handles it really well. The suspension is really good. I've never had any sort of qualms with Toyota engineering. You know, even when the frame recalls and stuff happened, I mean, they responded. They replaced a lot of truck frames really fast. For some people, longer for other people, but you know, they took ownership of the problem and they fixed it. So I've never... Welcome to Nebraska. I just left Wyoming. So, I mean, I've never had a problem with the engineering in these trucks. I think the engineering's always done a good job. Yes, this truck has drum brakes on it. It doesn't have disc all the way around. Yes, it could probably use more horsepower and torque, but that's probably coming. Yes, it could get better fuel economy. I mean, 18, 20, 22, I think the numbers, 18, 22, and 20 is combined. So you're not gonna, you know, you're just gonna stop for more gas stations. You're not gonna pass so many gas stations with this, is what I'm trying to say. So, you know, there's always those pros and cons, but if you're looking for a pretty solid truck and looking for something that's gonna be really reliable, it's hard to beat a Tacoma in the mid-size truck market. And then this, with the $1,700 of extras with wheels and tires and the storage, I mean, the in-bed storage really makes the bed narrower, so I'm kind of 50-50 on that one. But I like the better grille. I like the kind of features they give for this Trail Edition package. So it's worthwhile to check out. It's worthwhile to go see, you know, if the Trail Edition package get more features for, you know, save a little coin. So it's a good thing, right? Yeah, I think so. So there you go. There are all my thoughts on the 2021 Toyota Tacoma Trail Edition. For more, check out this video over here. Website down below. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you down the road.